So we welcome everyone here today to East New York. We are very thankful for the launching and the recognition of our Shop Healthy Bodega owners who have been tremendous partners and in our efforts to help keep New York City, but as well as especially and specifically Brooklyn, a place where all residents have the opportunity to have access to healthy and affordable fruits and vegetables. We thank our Borough President Eric Adams for his commitment and partnership to also ensuring that all Brooklynites have access to healthy fruits and vegetables.
Thank you.
Very key to leadership, very key to really igniting conversation and action so that communities can actually do something to change what is happening. So we are very thankful for that. The Healthy Bodega and the Shop Healthy initiative is an initiative in which we've been working with bodega owners to think about how can they change what is being offered within their bodegas. So how can they actually put water at eye level, which we know is easier for people to kind of access and buy? How can they have more fruits and vegetables that are present that are of good quality so that when they walk into the store and their residents and the customers walk into the stores, they see the fruits and vegetables right away and they're able to buy them and pick them up? How can they walk down the aisles and see labels such as low sodium or no sodium on certain products? And so this has really been, again, a championship effort on the part of our bodega owners, as well as many of our community groups, such as faith organizations, our schools, have actually adopted a bodega and have worked with the owners to help change over what is happening there. And it's been a tremendous success, and we're very thankful for all our level of partnerships. And just to show you some of the materials that we have this pledge card that it's in Spanish as well as in English that lists all the different things that the owners can do. They can have 1% milk, low-calorie drinks, offer whole wheat bread, low-sodium products, 100% fruit juice, and also healthy deli sandwiches as well. And we can see that when we go into the store later. And then here's our booklet on how to adopt a shop. So if any organization is interested in adopting a bodega and looking and working with their owners, we can help you do that as well. So without further ado, because it is chilly out here, I'm going to have our Borough President speak, and we thank him for offering his recognition to the owners.
Thank you so much. And Doctor, we can't thank you enough with the continuing ideas of how do we meet people where they are and take them where they ought to be. Just thinking outside the box and ensuring that we really zero in on health-related issues. And a simple program like this will not only impact the healthy lifestyle of the residents of East New York, but it would also take the increasing pressure off of our healthcare system. When you look at the number of diabetes-related cases and food-related diseases in central Brooklyn, it's clearly related to how do we shop and how do we eat. And many of our residents that are in East New York, they're not going to the fancy stores downtown and other locations. The bodegas are the lifeblood to ensuring you have healthy food on your table. And so to partner with our bodegas and our local stores, it is a unique characteristic that only New York City has. If you go to another country and say bodega, they won't know what you're talking about. But we know a bodega. Bodegas are the place where people treat us kindly and nice and open their shops. And now they must be part of this initiative of how do we eat healthy? How do we make sure we have food and vegetables and water at the right location? And the doctor and her team has looked at this and examined how do we ensure that this great way of bringing healthy food to residents can be carried out in a real way. So we are happy to be a part of it. Brooklyn is going to lead the way. This sticker is representative of a bodega that's participating in the action. The sticker on the door also showing to Shop Healthy is a way that people can know if you enter this shop, the people here are concerned about the food you eat and concerned about that you have a healthy lifestyle, and we're looking for all of East New York to be a part of this. If great food can be in New York City, it can be in the east part of New York as well, East New York, Brooklyn. Thank you so much for what you've done.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. And to say that we actually have 99 stores that are participating at some level already in East New York, which is fantastic. So we've had great champions in other places in East New York as well. So next I'd like to have, and again, this would not be possible with our community, without our community partners, Michelle Newberger of Cypress Hills Local Development Corporation. Just say a few words.
Hi, Michelle.
We're thrilled to be here today with our dynamic Borough President, the Honorable Eric Adams. We thank him for all his support and our wonderful visionary colleagues at the New York City Department of Health. Our organization is a 31-year-old settlement house and community development organization. We've been building affordable housing, running youth services programs, college access, workforce development, but we always ran up against roadblocks of health disparities, people, residents, young people with preventable diseases, and we just knew we had to take a more proactive, far-reaching approach to health disparities in our community. So we found an incredible partner in the New York City Department of Health. They've been with us thinking about, planning for, advocating for physical transformation in our neighborhood, adding bike lanes, active parks, really working with public schools in our community to make gym happen and happen in a substantive way, and looking to increase the access that people in our neighborhood, the north side of East New York, Cypress Hills, have to fresh fruits and vegetables. So we've been partnering with DOH on Shop Healthy. We have 17 bodegas on Fulton Street that have been enrolled and are participating. The demand is strong. We have 6 restaurants that are now serving what we call a power plate with more grains and vegetables on it. And people in the neighborhood are very responsive. They want to eat healthy. They want those options. So we commend everyone in the Department of Health for assisting us, supporting us in this effort to make Cypress Hills, East New York, a greener and healthier place to live. And we want to congratulate and shout out all the bodega owners for really taking that step to not only or to maybe downsize a little bit the offerings of the Twinkies and the Devil Dogs, and to really step it up on the water and the vegetables and the fruits. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Next we will have from the YMCA, we'll have Jim Dole say a few words, another one of our key partners.
Thank you. The YMCA is one of the nation's largest and most active organizations that is changing communities through healthy living, youth development, and social responsibility. And as the largest association in the country, the YMCA of Greater New York is in many respects leading the charge in those areas. And why we're here today is a good example of that. The Brooklyn Public Health Office has partnered with the YMCA to help reduce the health disparities in East New York and in Central Brooklyn, and is helping to increase the access to healthy foods. Shop Healthy in this neighborhood was originally an idea coming out of the YMCA Pioneering Health Communities Initiative, which was a Centers for Disease Control and Prevention REACH grant that funded a collaboration of farmers markets, clinics, and community organizations with the aim of addressing the barriers to healthy eating and active living here in East New York. It was Michael Keller who spearheaded that for the YMCA, and Michael is a Vice President of Operations at the YMCA, and he is the Executive Director of the North Brooklyn branch right over here on Jamaica Avenue. He's not able to be with us today, but he did want to express this. The YMCA is proud to be a partner in making communities healthier by creating greater access to healthy foods. Through the Pioneering Healthier Communities Initiative, which began in 2011, the YMCA has forged partnerships with the Department of Health, community organizations, and community gardens to educate, activate, and demonstrate healthy eating through workshops, policy change, and training. When Michael tapped me and I began serving with the Shop Healthy program, as a public health practitioner, I was very impressed and pleased to see how much the Department of Health partners with the communities. And as a part of the Shop Healthy program, I engaged grocery stores in Cypress Hill to improve the stock and promote healthier foods. By visiting stores weekly, I developed relationships with the store managers, provided technical assistance and advice on how to sell healthier products, such as fresh fruits and vegetables, milk and nuts, instead of the common unhealthy choices like sugary beverages. So because of this partnership between the YMCA and the Brooklyn District Public Health Office, the Brooklyn community now has greater access to fresh produce and healthier food choices.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so we definitely want to hear from our owners because we know that, especially on the government level and at the health department, we are not the ones totally responsible for creating change, and that our responsibility is to help facilitate a process that can naturally happen anyway. And that the power really rests in the people, in communities and sectors at all levels. And that we value that expertise, we value that knowledge and experience. And we are very thankful that the owners have really come on board and taken this on. So first, we'll hear from Junior LaFranco, who is right down the street.
JR grocery store right there, a few blocks ago. I like to help the community because the customer, they ask for, sometimes to help thing, and we don't know nothing about it. But I like people, they come here to my store to teach me how to produce, to tell the people what's the less sugar, which one is better, the combo, how you eat healthy and everything. So I like these people here to think about us, this part of Brooklyn, to help the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And this is made possible today by, that's it, and his son, Mr. Luna. Would you like to say a few words? This is his store right here.
Yeah.
You can go a
my
little
name
bit
is
closer if you would like.
Yeah, my name is Gail Luna. I'm happy with the program. And my sales, the store is now I sell more fruit, more vegetable, like before, and I'm happy with the program. Can help the people is better, and thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So we're done. Any questions? Because I know we want to go inside and see a tour, but does anybody have any questions for anybody? Sure. So I'm going to let Kelly Davis, who's been really leading it up out of the Brooklyn office, and she can talk very much in detail about some of the changes.
Shop Healthy is a comprehensive intervention which has at least 7 points that store owners can participate in. So they include things like removing ads for things like alcohol and tobacco from the front of your door, to supplying low sodium canned goods and fruits canned in 100% juice, having sandwiches on whole wheat bread, displaying water and low calorie beverages at eye level. And all of these 7 points are really aimed at promoting healthier items and decreasing the disease burden of things like diabetes, hypertension, and obesity in the East New York community.
Have there been any changes from stats since this program was launched?
This program was launched in East New York a year ago, and creating healthy behaviors this is one part of what all of our partners here are doing to really move the needle when it comes to disease disparities and chronic disease in neighborhoods that are disproportionately hit. So things where we talk about farmers markets, we talk about the healthy food retail environment, encouraging physical activity. All of these things in combination will help move the needle on things like obesity and chronic related disease. We've begun to see some gains in levels of childhood obesity, but overall these things, changing norms and changing behaviors, take time. Well, East New York is one of the communities hardest hit in Brooklyn when it comes to chronic disease. So, for instance, you mentioned obesity, and in East New York, 1 in 6 adults is obese, and that is a proportion that's greater in comparison to other neighborhoods in Brooklyn and other neighborhoods in New York City. Again, we also talk about access to fresh fruits and vegetables. There was a study in 2010 by a consulting group, AECOM, that really looked at square footage per person of supermarket space by neighborhood. We found that in East New York, there's only 0.2 square feet of supermarket space for every East New York resident, and compared to 1.5 square feet of all New York City as a whole, and 3 feet for the nation. So you can see that that's a great disparity, and that's why these partnerships like we have here with the Brooklyn Borough President and our community partners are so essential. We are working towards that. We had Jim Dolly here from the YMCA with the Pioneering Healthy Communities Grant, and we've worked collaboratively with community-led, like you said, community-led farmers markets and urban growers in North and Central Brooklyn, including East New York, such as East New York Farms. So we really are looking forward to having food that's grown in East New York sold in East New York.
And to that point, I think because of your interest, I would love for you, make sure you connect with somebody from the Brooklyn office, because this is the way to engage, and we would love to have your voice at the table.
What's your name and where are you from?
This is Kelly Davis. I'm sorry. Say your name.
My name is Kelly Davis, and I'm the program manager of Shop Healthy NYC in East New York, Brooklyn.
I am Dr. Aletha Maybank, the Associate Commissioner over the Center for Health Equity for New York City Department of Health.
Our team visits every bodega and supermarket in the entire zip code. There are over 119 food retail outlets in this zip code alone, and we've been inside of each and every one.
Okay, great. So we're going to do the citations now.
Okay, we're going to give 2 citations to both our grocery stores for what they have done. I love Brooklyn folks. And I'm going to read the last paragraph. Whereas on behalf of all Brooklynites, I salute Shop Healthy New York City main focus on those neighborhoods with high rates of obesity and limited access to nutritious foods. I applaud Luna Grocery for their concern for the residents of their community by adopting the goals of Shop Healthy New York City to ensure the availability, promotion, and placement of healthy food alternatives. I commend them for encouraging Brooklynites to eat well and consume those products which provide wholesome and beneficial nutrients for all ages. I thank everyone present for making one healthy Brooklyn in Brooklyn, New York. President of the Borough of Brooklyn, Eric Adams. I'm going to give it to your son, okay? And the same for JR Groceries. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. So we're going to go
Give me a
inside for
handshake.
a photo. 99 is a great number that are participating at some level. There are many different levels in which people are participating, but at least that initial excitement and knowledge and awareness that they can be helpful to their communities and their neighborhoods is really fantastic. And what the bodega owners have found is that customers, I think they like the interaction of customers when they see they have these healthier options, when they see the storefront is cleaner, doesn't have all these ads and has healthy food ads, and that there's a special attention to the community and that they feel that the owner actually cares. There's that kind of profit from it, but even then from a monetary point of view, a lot of the store owners are finding people are actually now buying more fruits and vegetables, and it is profitable. There are high profit margins for, 1, water, and then 2, some of the cut up fruit actually has a higher profit margin than the whole fruit. So this is it's a really win-win for everyone. I mean, we know that supermarkets are key places where people buy fruits and vegetables, even in the city and throughout the country. And so if we know that certain communities just don't have the same number of supermarkets, our opportunity is to work with all of the bodegas, and there are lots of them, to ensure that what they do sell, they do have the opportunity to have quality fruits and vegetables that are of good price so that people can afford them.
Will we be able to supply
sorry. Well, that was something we tried with using your phone.
That's what I'm saying. The community garden. That's what we're looking